have a landscape where a lot of investors have to be in fixed income, maybe because of their life cycle or just in order to balance their portfolios or what have you. I mean, is it the kind of landscape where you say to them, get out? Or is it the opposite, where you have other mainstream banks out there saying, we think the 10-year Treasury is going to zero because of all this bond buying that CNBC was talking
tragically, it's going to
about?
hurt retirees.
Yeah.
That's what you're really saying. And it's going to push them into equities. I think the reason why there's so much anxiety about the market is because you could get a 2 to 3% CD, right? And the market really hasn't done much over the last year and a half. Well, as those rates come down, if the market moves up, I think it's going to push people into equities. Maybe not in the next month. I'm a little worried about the market near term, but I think it's going to push the multiple higher because it's the only alternative right now.
So you're worried that people will kind of pile in and create the distortion that we're not seeing yet anyway.
Correct. I think the market is heading higher, maybe not near term because I think it's overbought, but I think over the next 12 months, the market's going to be higher.
If you think that part of that is because, they're pushed into this by the central banks, I understand. Look, the German economy looks
over
pretty
half
bad.
the S&P yields more than the 10-year.
Right, and yet people aren't interested in buying that and owning that.
Exactly, because you haven't made a lot of money in equities over the last year and a half.
But you've made plenty of money over the past decade. I mean, there's just is there not a generational fear of the stock market because of 08, 09? You see it playing out even in some of the longest money in the planet, sovereign wealth funds.
Well, Craig says exactly right. Look, $240 billion has gone into money markets this year.
Right.
$153 billion has come out of equities. That tells you there's a lot of cash sitting around on the sidelines, right?
Yeah. When I first got into business in the mid 80s, there was a generational people that went through that early 70s, and they just wouldn't buy stocks. And I think there's an 08 element out there where there's people that just won't buy stocks.
Absolutely. It's fascinating. Guys, thank you both. Appreciate you being here. Craig Hodges and Andrew Slimmon.